Right, assalamu alaikum. MashaAllah. Really nice to see you guys all. My name is Mohamed, or with my work with young people, MoRhymes Da Poet. I do something called spoken word, which is, as Sarah Kay describes, the art of performance poetry. So it's combining the elements of what you have, your traditional page poetry, with an art theatre kind of edge to it. So other people may call me hipsters at times, but anyway, that's another story. But yeah, I usually start with a starter poem just to kind of get you guys warmed up. So yeah, this one is called, can you guys hear me? All good? This one? MashaAllah. Okay, cool. So yeah, this one is called, and before each poem I'll give it like an introduction because I may understand that not everyone is a fan of poetry or it's their first time. Super, right? So I just try to be as accessible as possible to the audience. So yeah, this one doesn't have much of a backdrop story, but it's called Trust Me. To all of you in this big room, for the sake of Allah, I love you. I really do. I bet that makes you feel awkward. Trust me, I know it does too. To my obsession with handshakes and high fives, all of you with brown eyes equates to the beauty that exists in this room. You all remind me of a lost child. Scared to greet with a smile to the unknowing, but no, I'm always here to walk you back to your mum or dad in this case. Briefly, my eyes dance to the rhythm of nothing except the melody of the wind inside all of our insecurities, but believe me, there's guidance outside. He reminded me that every good deed with love inside leads to a path worth sharing. An atom's worth of faith is enough for eternal bliss in a world we know something of. So don't be selfish. Share a blessing with your brother. Give a piece of respect to your sister, because one day your loved ones will marry. And they must trust seeds, so water it. Water it delicately like July sunflowers with October broken roses. And no, love isn't perfect. So why wait, the baby asks. Why hold me out of fear that I may fall? Why dream of growth when you know milk is soft, knowing it will break off? Grab my hand quickly before the storm settles and the broken ice is the reason for us to start again. This is a great opportunity for mountains to mold and for raindrops to rise but never fall. And this is an opportunity to know we may return home like, for the sake of Allah, I love you. I really do. I bet that makes you feel awkward. Trust me. I know it does too. Right. So yeah, so I do youth work. So I work with a lot of young people and my obsession with football as well. So I coach a variety of different youths. Yeah, wicked. Right, just tell me off more, inshallah. So this next piece, and I think this piece maybe resonates with everyone. So not only the young people I work with, and it resonates with me. And we all have a path in our lives where we try to find or have troubles with our faith, if I put it that way. And you find a time where you're getting there, you're just about getting in, you hold on to the roof of Allah. And I'm sure for many people, praying Fajr is always hard to wake up for. And even some of my teachers I know, they tell me, yeah bro, sometimes I struggle. And these are my teachers. So it makes me feel like, okay, we can work together at, waking each other up for Fajr. So really this is a poem about my experience of engaging with my faith more and more. And waking up for Fajr, really. So, yeah. This one is called Something More Comfortable. With the duvet sleeping on my shoulders, hair dreaming on my pillows, I remind myself there is something more comfortable. My imagination of birds waking me up for Salah is an ambitious one, so I guess I'll have to keep wondering. Trust in Allah is the alarm that shakes my ears before the sun rises, and the dream I'm in, I could go into hiding, but wherever I am, Allah knows, and I make dua, Allah guides me. This reminder is a reminder for you, but also reminds me. Have you ever met the people who didn't wake up for Fajr and that was their last sleep? Ever met the old man who crawls to the mosque just to find a seat? Ever know what it feels like to lay in bed with a heavy baggage of regret, heart crying and screaming, wake me up please? I give £1 to the man that can lift up his duvet over the man that can lift up 100 kg. Why? Because in the sight of Allah, the strength of Iman is what differentiates a man ahead of what any boy can be. And if you can lift up a duvet on 100 kg, then alhamdulillah. May Allah accept your prayers when everyone else is asleep. Ameen. So yeah, with the sort of environments I work, why do I keep doing this? Just keep putting it down. I don't need you. No, I'm joking. Within the sort of environments I work in, whether it's youth work or football coaching or working as a community leader, when I spent my time in Exeter as a student, working alongside the ISOC, I love ISOCs. When I was contacted to perform here, I was like, yeah, it's an ISOC. MashaAllah, I'm going to meet Muslim students. This is only me last year. So last year I graduated at Exeter. But anytime I work with Muslim students or any sort of Muslim organization, particularly engaging with young people, I get a real buzz from it. But at the same time, in several different communities, whether it's faith communities or communities of different races, there's always problems and ways that we can overcome it. And we should overcome it positively, with a positive attitude, and trying to combat any issues that affect us. So this next poem is a poem about community cohesion. And what inspired me to write it was all of these experiences, which I've kind of put into one pot, and I said, I think there's ways we can work around it. So yeah, this one is called We Sing. My heart sings. A melody more familiar to me. I breathe. Realizing I'm only here for what I imagine to be weeks. We live for not a long time. So I constantly pray for courage to give. Greed leads us to forgetting who is worthy of our breath, and what's left is a man on stage, telling you what to say in the midst of zombies in our communities with no red left in their heart, but mine sings. A melody more familiar to me. I breathe, hoping for water to remain in streams. And since when did smiling at your neighbor become weird, and sharing a glass half empty, leaving us wanting more? Instead, we give more time to the dead in our workplace. Meeting people who don't want to spend time, and loving what seems to be materials more than people. I'm struggling to sing. A melody. Far too familiar, I'm struggling to breathe. Because eyes are leading me away from things that need loving. I feel empty. Something can't be right, no signal. Impulses must be dying inside. So what's left is a heart that sings, but no reminder of a melody I should be familiar with. I wish we can breathe, lives run, but we don't seem to understand. Souls cry inside. Inside, I imagine a dry fountain, calling our names in hope that we can make mothers smile again, because hearts can sing. We know the melody, we breathe, hoping to live again. Once more we sing, but I don't want to forget the words again. Please help. We can breathe. So like not last year, November 2013. So yeah, technically last academic year. Anyway. The EDO where I studied in Exeter, the EDO did their national march, or they wanted to do their national march in Exeter. Yeah, that didn't go down too well. And the anti-EDO demonstrations kicked off, and we had like loads of people. About like I think initially the highest number recorded was about 1,100 people. And in this demonstration, so after the march, there was a demo, you know, big stage, people talking, different speakers. The imam came down, the assistant imam actually, and I was invited to read some poetry. And I was like, I don't really have anything that's like, EDO, leave us alone, kind of thing. So I wrote one, which is it's not common of me. I don't write for events. I just write, and if someone says, you know, this kind of resonates with us, then boom. Oh, is it not? Is my voice loud?
It is.
Right. If not, can you guys hear me well?
Maybe just try talking into it.
Hey. There you go, mashallah.
Just make sure like.
Okay, cool. No problem. Right, this is so tense. So I wrote this poem. I've kind of changed the name now. It's actually called Dear Islamophobes. Before it used to be called Dear EDO Leader, and then it went on YouTube, and the people just like bang, start sharing it. But yeah, so this is like more a light-hearted poem. Am I too loud now? Yeah? Yeah, this one's called Dear Islamophobes. Dear Islamophobes, if I ever get the chance to meet you, I just want to smile. Alhamdulillah. If I ever get the chance to meet you, I just want to smile. You see, words can't describe my love for Islam because it's so sublime. It teaches me to be humble and work for the community every time. And I don't understand your beef with halal food because it's not as scary as it sounds. I don't understand why you hate us so much, because most of us will still hold the door open for you when you're broken, still smile at you when you're swollen, ask me for £1 and I'll give you 2, including the token. My level of respect for humans is not in question. My halal beef with you is non-existent. I just think you're a lost child who equally needs some guidance. And my friends will sit with you like neighbors. Come with us, bro. You're more than welcome. We can chill and kick it like bros, bro. You don't have to be so impatient. My life as a Muslim is a happy one. My smile will not cause eruptions. It will cause the moon to shine in the day and wake you up when you're tired without frustrations. And my family are causing you no harm. In fact, we'll probably invite you around for some tea and biscuits. Crumpets and hobnobs, you choose, bro. Us Muslims, peace is what we truly believe in. You're not the only one trying to fight extremists, even though you're actually one of them. But that's what we're here for, to help you get away from becoming intolerant. Oh snap, is it too late? Don't worry, you can still join us. On the march to unity, I'll wait here. Go ahead and go and follow them to the world where love is the key and our smiles fight warriors, turning angry faces into happy ones. And I pray that I'll see you in the mosque one day wanting to understand Islam by your dear brother in humanity, Mr. Mohamed. My arms are forever wide open. Peace. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Cool. How much time do I have? I can. How much? Have a good time? Yeah. Tell me when to stop. Just put a note there and be like, yeah. I'll squeeze in. I'll do 2 more. If not, tell me, bro. Get off the stage. I'll go off. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this one. So there's a poet on YouTube. I'm actually a big fan of her work. Her name is Sarah Kay. She's an American poet and spoken word artist. I actually haven't performed this one in a very long time, maybe like well over 6 months. So yeah, she wrote this poem called If I Should Have a Daughter. Check it out, TED Talks, amazing. She's got like 3 million views, mashallah. Check it out. So she's got a poem, and I went on YouTube, and I noticed that all the guys that did this poem did If I Should Have a Son. You know, he'll be a footballer or something lame like that. But I thought, okay, so none of the guys actually did one saying if they should have a daughter from a father's perspective. And the thing started ticking, and I was like, actually, the role of a father in Islam to his daughter is key to heaven, the key to Jannah. And I was speaking to some of my teachers about this. They're like, yeah, significant role. The same way the mother plays a role for raising her children and being Jannah lying under her feet, the father has a significant role in the relationship he has with his daughter. So that inspired me to write this poem, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do this. So yeah, this one's like my version of Sarah Kay's If I Should Have a Daughter. If I should have a daughter, I will make sure she recognizes my trust. Even when she's broken and her heart is swollen, it's my responsibility to hold her when she's cold enough to understand that warmth isn't always guaranteed when it's dark. And I will tell her, don't worry, I'm your guardian. Not an angel, but your backbone. Not a rainbow, or the glove that allows your hand to slip into mine. Remember that beauty is what you are, and your eyes remind me of my mother. Know that the queen of the household is your mother. Being a princess is nothing short of the symbol that you are, so if your eyes were to fill up with water, let my hands be the bucket you fill it up with, trust me. I want to be the one that catches your tears when you're not strong enough to hold them back. And I want to be the first man in your life you say, I love you to, even though you'll be embarrassed and trying to hold it back. Know that I will make sacrifices after sacrifices, though I will convince myself that I will always be there for her. But we know when the time comes from up above, I will always be praying for her. And that sucks, right? Because I wish I could be there forever. She will be my golden ticket to heaven. She will be the reason that after this life, we can spend eternity together. And when the tree leaves fall and winter comes, I want her to be the spring in my joy so we can love summer forever. Broken records will record my love for her. Her mother will be the truth when she voices a thought. And if she could have half the beauty of my grandmother, she would be a dime. Like a pearl cover protecting her beauty, I want to be her shell. Rock solid, making sure simple things will not break her. And I will let her feel pain at times, only when I can identify that it will make her stronger. And when she's bright enough to glow in the dark, I will place mustard seeds by her fingertips. So when she stands before hardship, the seeds I left her with will be the symbol of faith that will be strong enough for her to move mountains. So don't be surprised if mountains are what she moves, as there will be nothing that can stop her. She will know of the greatest women in Islam, and I know that will inspire her. She will light paths when no one believes in her, and she will believe in me as a father, and I will believe in her, my future daughter. Right. No? No? Khalas? MashaAllah. Right, thank you very much. I'll tell you what the last poem was about, and seeing as it's the 50th commemoration of the assassination of Malcolm X, in December, I had the opportunity to meet Malcolm X's daughter, Malaak Shabazz, and we were talking about the importance of Muslims reclaiming Malcolm. And I'll leave you with this last quote. Imam Zayd Shakir spent some time with Betty Shabazz, Allah yarhamu. Betty Shabazz, she said to Imam Zayd Shakir, the socialists have claimed Malcolm, the nationalists have claimed Malcolm, it's time for you Muslims to claim Malcolm. Peace. Thank you.